Welcome back, you guys. I hope you are having such an amazing day because I know I am, because Gourmande Girls brought us one hell of a mocha moment. They released a new palette representing the Pantone color of the year, Mocha Mousse, and oh my god, I was not expecting this. Dare I say this is the most beautiful neutral palette I have ever seen in my life. I love it so much. I am so in love with this look that I created. I do plan on creating more as well. You guys, this is the formula in here. The shimmers, they're so freaking good. I cannot wait to tell you about them. I have so many of you all the time in my comments telling me that you're looking for special shades from indie brands that are neutrals. They're here, and get excited because we're about to get into it. So, if this is your first time here, I am usually not such a gravelly mess. I have been down with the sickness, as I've said in a few videos now, but I am getting better. But unfortunately, we have this gravelly voice to deal with until then. So, fingers crossed that goes away soon, maybe throughout these looks in this video, if we're lucky. But if this is your first time here, my name is Heather and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup. So for me to be so excited by this color story says a lot, because she is a neutral palette. Neutral with the twist, yes. But if you happen to love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. Stick around. I would love to see you back. I would love to hear your thoughts about this palette down below in the comments. So, you guys know Gourmande Girls is one of my top favorite indie brands. I love them very much. I do have a code with this brand and it will save you 10%. It is AOML and I'll have it linked down below. But no, my code is affiliated, so I do make a small kickback for my channel. So thank you for supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. But I also did receive this in PR, which is truly such an honor. It allows me to create more looks and try to get them up for you as soon as possible. But I've had such a freaking blast already with this palette, and we'll talk more about color combos at the end. I know I'm gonna at least do 2 looks, but I really want to do more if I'm able to. It just depends on how this sickness works with me and appointments and all of the life stuff that happens when you're adulting. You know how it is. But regardless, this palette is absolutely stunning. So I don't have a whole ton of details on this yet. I know that they are revealing it on Thursday the 26th. I don't know if I'm going to get mine up by then or not, because like I said, I do want to try to do as many looks as I can, but it does launch on June 30th at 11 a.m. EST, and I don't have any details on the pricing, but I can tell you her 15-pan palettes, they usually retail for around $54.99 or $55.99, somewhere in that area. Now, you guys know I love the Gourmande Girl matte formula, their mattes and their shimmers, but these shimmers are even more impactful than anything I've seen them come out with. I was truly shocked every time I swatched one. It's just truly incredible. I'll show you more up close swatches throughout the video and stuff, because I don't know how to keep my hands out of shiny things. I'm literally like Dory from Finding Nemo, and this one really just, it catches my eye. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the swatches and everything. I cannot wait to play with this again tomorrow and just see what I come up with. I do have tons of ideas, which if I think about it, I'll share some more of them at the end, the ones that I don't do. But let me know your thoughts on this launch down below. Are you excited for it? Honestly, I think this was a really smart launch for her. Not only because it's the Pantone color of the year, and she did it with the Peach palette last year, which is one of my top favorite palettes of all time, but also because she doesn't have neutral palettes, and I think that's really smart. It's going to bring other people in, and a lot of people do like neutrals, and this is just a fun way to do a neutral, I feel like, because you do have this like bright pop of green and these really beautiful purples, even the more muted purples. It's just, it's really gorgeous, and I'm excited to show you guys all the ways you could create looks with it. But even if you don't plan on picking it up, I hope you can use this video for inspiration, or maybe you just want to hang out. If so, thank you for being here, and I can't wait to hear your thoughts down below. But let's go ahead and get into look number one. Listen, you guys, sick or not, I am so freaking excited for this palette. This is the best neutral palette I have ever seen in my whole freaking life. As of this moment, she's like only shown 1 or 2 shades, and oh my god, this is so beautiful. These shimmers are so incredible. I mean, I know I showed you the swatches and stuff in the beginning, but these are the best shimmers she's ever done. Look at this. Like, do you see like how just beautiful and reflective? This one, Java Mocha, oh, it's so beautiful. I am just so freaking smitten, so excited. You guys know, if you've been here on my channel for any amount of time, or like you've watched any of my rankings or things where I talk about favorites, I rave and rave and rave and rave about the Peach Perfect. Now, this is me speaking prematurely, I know, but because I haven't actually used the palette, but I think this is my new favorite. And you guys know I'm a colorful girl at heart, but this is my kind of neutral palette. She freaking nailed this, and I am so excited to have this in my collection. I see so many fun colors combos that I want to do. Every part of me wants to do the green and purple. You guys know that's like one of my favorite combos, but these like cool tone purples with this silver would be delicious. The green with the silver would be delicious. These shades together with this one, so good. I am just so freaking pumped for this palette. It's not even funny. This is one of my favorite launches this summer so far. The color story is 10 out of 10. Now, you'll have to stay tuned till the end to see my thoughts on the formula and everything. But like I said, I am very familiar with the Gourmande Girls formula. I have well over 20 palettes from the brand at the top of my head, I'm guessing. But these shimmers feel like the best shimmers that she has done, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. So before we get into it, I forgot to even put my lip gloss on, but I want to tell you what's on my face. I was going for like a goddess, like, you know, the Mocha E vibes, and I think I nailed it. It's so pretty. I love the base makeup today. I actually recently filmed my foundation declutter, which isn't up yet, but it made me rediscover the Wet n Wild skin tint. This product is freaking awesome, and I'm happy to be using that again. But for blush today, I used 2. So the first one I used is one of the duos from GLAMINATRIX. I love these. I use the cream one. So this is in the shade Muted Mocha. I mean, it's fitting, you know, but I do love both formulas. But I did want to add a little bit of that, like, you know, more like purpley tone to it. So I added one of the Velvet Cream blushers from Jolie Beauty. This one is in the shade Bloom, and I really enjoy this formula as well. So for highlighter today, I have 2 on. One is not a highlighter. I used one of the shades from this palette, and it's this shade that I just told you about. This shade is so smooth and silky and just thin, and oh, it feels so beautiful. It's so lightweight and just kind of reminds me of the Fenty highlighter in texture, or the Rare Beauty highlighters in texture. Really beautiful. But I did a little bit of that on the cheeks, and then here at like the high point, I did one of the KALEIDOS highlighters. So this is in the shade Space Prophecy. And I actually just got this in my collection. Heather Austin was kind enough to send me 4 of these, which I'm so excited because I've wanted these for so long, and that was so kind of her. But I can totally see the hype around these. Now, I've only tried the one so far, but like, do you freaking see that? And I feel like this one goes like so well with this palette. So it's like, you know, meant to happen. They literally came at the same day, on the same day. So I felt like they were meant to happen together. So for lips, I am doing my One Size Shy But Fly, my favorite lip liner at the moment, as you can tell. And this is my current favorite lip product. It is the, I can never read it, the Afterglow Lip Shine from NARS, and I have mine in the shade Smooth Talk, and I just love the way it looks on the lips. It's like a perfect shade of cool tone brown, and I do feel like it will go really well with this whole palette. It's giving the Mocha vibes. So, before we get into it, a few disclaimers. I do want to apologize for the feedback in the background. It is a fan. I film up in my attic. I am waiting for payday so I can buy an air conditioner because we have a heat advisory right now and your girl is dying. It's so hot up here. Plus, I want to apologize for my very gravelly voice. I am starting to feel better, thank goodness, but I'm recovering, you know, but I could not wait to play with this palette. I am so excited to get into it, so we're going to dig in. I know that I do green and purple looks a lot, but it's one of my favorite combos, and I don't think I'm going to be able to stop myself from doing it, and it's because of this shimmer. I have to use it, and it has like that purpley green, like neutral flip, and it's so beautiful, truly one of a kind in my collection. So we're gonna do green and purple, and I promise I'll do something different in the next look. Okay, so we're just gonna play and just see where it goes. You know, I want to start with this shade here, Peppermint Mocha, and I'm doing that on the Singe Beauty E06, and I just want to build this up. Oh no, I did that backwards. Let's see. No, that could work. We'll just go with it. I meant to do the green there, but we'll just go with it. So I'm just going to build this up here. And that's a really pretty shade. I love the undertone of that. I'm not sure what I want to do on the lower lash line yet. We may do something different. We may stick with something the same. We'll see. So now let's work on the outer corner. I'm going to do another E06. Let's just use the same one. And we're going to go into Matcha Mocha. I just love how vibrant that shade is in the middle of like all these like neutrals. It's like such a beautiful pop of color right in the center of the palette. It's a great placement. It's very eye-catching, but we're going to build that up out here. If you're not familiar with Gourmande Girls formula, they do have a really beautiful matte formula that's like very beginner friendly, easy to blend, pigmented in all the right ways. It does not like fade or anything like that. I truly love their formula. But that shade is pretty, and I knew those two colors together would be really stunning. The problem is I have no idea what I want to do with this look. So we're going to start out with the E04 and go back into this shade, and we'll just press that down here. And I think I want to take a little bit of this shade right here, Maui Mocha, and we'll do that on the E11. It's just a little pencil brush, and just follow that along the lower lash line. But I want that to be like the main shade. But think about it, like these two shades with this on the lid, like, ooh, it's so beautiful. That's what I keep doing. Like, I have this white beside me because I keep like looking at this palette and just seeing the different combos, and I'm like, dang man, she just really did such a great job on this one. It's beautiful. Looks a little unbalanced right now because it's so heavy on the lower lash line, but you know me, I'm going to deepen that top one up. So what do I want to do now? Let's do more of this. And just blend out the edges. Just smoke out the lower lash. Okay, so I think I have a bit of an idea. We're going to go in with the shade Midnight Mocha, and I'm going to do that on the E25 from Sigma. And we're going to just start building this up out here in like just a third of the way through. Because I want to use some more of this purple, but I want to make sure I add it in a way to where it's not going to muddy up. And then I'll just go back and forth between that deep shade and then this bright green, because I really don't want to lose that either. Okay, so I just used a makeup wipe and cleaned that up a little bit, and I'm going to go in with some concealer because I want to bring in some more of that green, but I want it to be the full-on green and not be like deepened up with the brown, if that makes sense. So I'm just using a flat brush. This is from the BH Cosmetics. I think it's called the SAIE collection. I found these brushes at TJ Maxx a long time ago. And then I just wiped off the brush, took the concealer off, and we're going to go into the green shade, and I'm just going to pack it on there. I love adding in like the brighter pops like this. I think it's so fun. And even though the green is there, I just feel like it adds like a whole extra layer to the look. And makes it look like you tried harder than you actually did. Not saying I didn't try hard at all, you know. You get what I'm saying. But I just think it's fun. And I'll just use this brush that I had a little bit of that deep brown on and just kind of flick it over the edges until I get that like nicely blended. You know what? Let's take a little more of that brown on this angled brush and do a winged liner situation. If you saw my Nomad video that I just posted, I did a wing liner in look 3, and I freaking loved that look so much. Just the way it looks like with the smoky lash line. But I think it could be really fun. Yes. I'll probably have to go back over that in a moment, but I love that. Okay, so now this is the hard part because I feel like just putting a certain, like this shimmer in the inner part would be really pretty, or maybe even this one could be really pretty, but I want to use them all like so bad. They're so delicious, and it's making it hard for me to decide what to do. I'm going to go in with some of the Gourmande Girls Glitter Glue. And I really like this one because it's clear and it's a thinner formula. So if you have hooded eyes, I think you might like that one too. And it's actually really affordable, especially considering the price of everything right now. It's around, I think, $10, $12, something like that. But I'm just tapping it there. And let's see. I'll use an E01 to try to get more in the inner corner. Okay, so I think I want to do this one. I'm so drawn to that one. I mean, to be honest, I'm drawn to all of them, but there's something about this one that's really just, it's getting me. But do you see see that. Jesus. And I'm kind of just making it go up. I just want it to fade and just kind of be ethereal and blown out and just tapped over all of that. Like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted. I was so scared to like not pick the right thing and the look not be what I wanted it to be. But I mean, I think that's pretty freaking perfect. I'm just using an E27 to re-intensify that purple shade a little because I don't want to lose it. So fun. I'm also going to take a little bit of that down here too. That was the right move. But I want to use some of Mexican Mocha. This shade is really cute, and the way it looked in the pan before I swatched it was really cute. So we're just going to do a little bit of that right there. I freaking love this. Well, you guys, this is the eye. I think it's so pretty. It's exactly what I was going for. And even though it is a color combo that I've done many, many times, I feel like it's done in a different way, which makes it really fun. But I might like add a little liner to smoke this waterline out just a little more. I have no idea what I'm going to do for waterline liner, but I'm excited to see all of this come together. But I think it's beautiful so far, and this has been a blast. So I'm gonna go finish this up real quick and I'll be right back. I don't know about you guys, but I freaking love this look so much. The smoky wing and then the colors like blown out feels so ethereal and just beautiful with that shimmer on the lid. It just takes my freaking breath away. Probably one of my top favorite looks of all time. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think of it. So I did two liners, both Urban Decay, the shade 0, which is the black, and Whiskey, which is the brown. I did the Whiskey like around and like smoked it out like on the wing and in the waterline, and then I deepened up in the corners with the black, and I feel like it just gave that added layer of depth. But then I did the Bad Gal Bang mascara and I topped it off with my Bright Lashes in the style Flare, and I feel like the lashes really just added a lot to the look, and I love them. They're a really, really beautiful half lash. They're one of my favorites. So for lip liner, I changed it out to the Cool Brown lip liner from ABH. This freaking gloss, man, it just goes good with everything. I love it so much. But I did want to add something for inner corner highlight, but I wanted to show you guys what it looked like without it before I did that. So I thought we could pull out the Mermaid Magic palette from Gourmande Girls. This is a gorgeous blush and highlight palette. These two are so much more than meets the eye, trust me. But I thought maybe we could do this shade, a little bit of that in the inner corner, because it has like that green gold flip, and I thought it could be really fun. Let's see, what brush? Let's do an E01 though. And we'll do a little bit of that. See, it just adds just a little bit of brightness to the look, which I feel like it needed that, at least for my preferences. And I feel like that just topped it off so perfectly. So obviously so far I've had such a blast with this. I think the color story again is just so beautiful and fun. It's like the most perfect neutral palette with a twist, and I'm excited. I can't wait to create another look with it tomorrow, but let's go ahead and get into that now. Good morning, guys. I am feeling a lot better today. I even sound better today, which makes me so happy. But I am running a little bit late, so I gotta hurry with this look. But Listen, I am living my best moment right now, wearing all of these like nude blushes and stuff. I love like the bronzy vibe. I think it's so fun. So for blush today, I did one of my NIACINAMIDE blushes. This one is in the shade Spice Latte, and it's one of my favorites, and I was excited to pull it out. But I topped that with one of the cream blush lights from Melt. This one is in the shade Lynx, and it's really pretty. I felt like it really goes well with like the vibes of the palette. And I used my Green Goddess highlighter from Bella Beauty Bar, and I feel like that looks really beautiful as well. So you might guess I'm going to be playing with the greens today. And for lips, I did my Freck Beauty liner. This is in the shade number 1, and same gloss. Told you I can't stop. I cannot be stopped. But I am excited to create another look with this palette today. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do yet, because I want to do it all, you know, but we're going to just dive in. I kind of think I want to do this green shade throughout the crease first, and then we'll like move on into some of these shades down here. So we're just going to start with this one on an E08. Like I said, I am running a little late, so this is going to be a quick look, but I am planning on doing a third look if all goes to plan. I'm hoping I get to, because I really want to play with that silver. It's like a silvery purple shade. It's so pretty. I'm going to move over to an E03 because it's just like a larger fluffy blending brush. That way I can kind of just quickly blend this up. It's going to just be like the base shade. This is just such a beautiful palette. I felt so cute yesterday in that look. I loved it so much. It's one of my favorites that I've ever done. I'm probably just going to go ahead and do the same thing on the lower lash line as I'm doing on the top. So I'll just use the E04 to run this along here as well. Amanda has a doctor's appointment today, but we are also probably going to get to see the baby today, and I'm so excited. It's the best part about getting better. I think I want to do some of this shade. White Choca Mocha. I think that could be really pretty. It's almost the color of my skin, but I really like the yellow undertone of it. I think it's pretty. So I'm going to use an E06 for that. And we're just going to add some of this here in the inner parts. I'm kind of craving like a full-on neutral look with this palette as well. Just kind of weird to say, but it's just, you know what? Let's take a little bit of that around the edges on an E03. I'm just dirtying all the brushes. Okay, so now we're gonna grunge this up with this khaki shade here called Chai with Mocha. And let's do that with the E25 from Sigma. And I love that. It's gonna grungify this, which you guys know I love. I love it so much. And I'm just pressing that throughout most of the crease. This is going to be quite the date night kind of look for a doctor's appointment. I love that. But Angelica posted her her grease vlog, and I watched it today, and I like just watching it back after living it. I literally just cried. Like tears of joy. I haven't even started doing mine yet. I did do the Croatia part. If you haven't seen that yet, I'll link it down below. But Being sick and stuff, it took me out, guys. So hopefully I'll get on that soon. We're going to dip into some more of this shade, but I'm doing it on the E27. But I can't wait. But I do recommend checking out hers as well. I'll link hers too if you guys are interested. She always does the best vlogs. Not bad. Now I just like to kind of go back through and intensify all the colors, especially this brighter green where I lost some of it, and it just perfects the blend, I feel like. The mattes are fun, but the star of the show is definitely going to be the shimmers. They are where it's at for me. Using the E11, I'm taking that khaki shade under the lower lash line as well, just to deepen up. I don't know if this is a good idea, but let's do a little bit of this shade on the E04. Just right here. I don't know why I want to do that, but I am dying to use this shade on the lid, kind of like all throughout the crease, because it's like it has this really pretty like mauve-y undertone that I really love. I kind of just went over what I had there previously, but let's use a little bit of this one. I just wiped this brush off on my Sigma switch. Like I said, this look is quite easy. So now we're going to go in with some of the Gourmande Girls glitter glue. I'm so excited to be using this gold shimmer that I'm going to use. But I'm just going to plop some of this on the lid, let it get tacky for a second, and then we're going to dig in to the best part. Again, it's like, come on. It's so beautiful. I just can't even stand it. I can't even speak, literally. It's just so beautiful. I get so excited every time I look at this freaking palette. So now we're gonna put them on the lid instead of just touching them. So we're gonna go in with this shade. What is it called? Churro with Mocha. And I want to put this on most of the lid. You could create one hell of a halo eye with this palette. I should have done that. Maybe I will with the purples. Oh, man. It's like molten gold. You know what? Let's do this on most of the lid. And then I'll use another color for like an inner corner pop situation. But I'm feeling like I want most of this on the lid. So I'm just picking some up on my E01. We're going to spritz it with my one size setting spray. This is everything I needed. Yes. Oh, it's so delicious. We're going to pop some of this on the lower lash line as well. Got a little fallout, but I did pick up a ton on the brush. You know what? Like, I literally, Amanda was like, kept waking me up this morning telling me my alarm was going off. I am the worst. Like, I feel bad that she's always the one that has to wake me up, but you know, I am who I am. But I was laying there and I was literally like dreading getting up, and then I thought about this palette and that I got to create this look today, and I literally just jumped right up out of bed. So excited. I really love eyeshadow, you guys. So now we're gonna dip into some of Java Mocha. This has a little bit of pink, so I don't know if I want this. I don't know if I do, honestly. Let's actually not do that. Let's pull this out. Might help if I show you. The Mermaid Magic. I used it yesterday, but I don't want to add it to the look per se. I just need the inner corner highlight shade. And that's perfect. And last thing, I just want to use this E04, go into a little bit of this dark brown here, not a lot, and just tap over the edges. And that's it. I'm gonna go finish this off camera. It goes so well with like the shirt and stuff, but I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. But I am really, really feeling this one. I am back with the finished look and I love it so much. I did change out, well, I added another color on top of the lip liner. I added the Melt Bare lip liner. Yeah, I lost complete train of thought there for a second. But I do love the way this turned out. That shimmer on the lid is just so breathtaking. But for liner, I did two. I did the white from ColourPop, and then I went over it with the green from NYX. This is in the shade Emerald Cut. Love these liners. This is the NYX Epic Wear line. If you're looking for a good, affordable drugstore liner, this is it. But I went over the green a little with a little more white. I did a little layering just to add some brightness to that inner corner, and I feel like it did a fantastic job. So mascara is my waterproof MAC Stack, and I really love that one a lot. It's so far so good. It's the one I bought while I was in Croatia, and it's been doing me right. I hate waterproof mascara because it's such a pain to get off, but it looks so good, you know. It doesn't smudge, and that's what I'm going for. But for lashes, I did the Style Flare, which I think is the same ones that I did yesterday. And just to give you a look of the vibe that I was going for today, I feel super cute. Like I said, I'm going to the doctor in full glam today, but I had such a blast with this again today. I cannot wait to play with it again, probably tonight, to be honest. But I think I'm gonna do like a halo eye. I don't know. I can't get it out of my head. But like I said, I would love to be able to create a neutral look with it as well. So if I don't get anything in before I get the opportunity to do a neutral look with it, then keep your eye open because I might do something for reels. So just keep your eye open. If I do, I'll link it down below. That way you guys can check it out. But so far, I'm freaking loving this palette. I really think she did such a fabulous job. I literally texted her and was like, oh my God, like you are a genius. But yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to look number 3. Don't forget to let me know what you think of this one down below. I am back for look number 3 and I'm ready to get into it. Today I'm excited because I'm finally going to be playing with this shimmer. The whole look is going to be based on it and I'm ready for it. So before we get into that, on the face, I have 2 blushes. The first one is one from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is their Paranormal Plush blush, and this is in the shade Wilted Blossom. I love it so much, but I deepened up a little in the outer parts with the shade Truth from Rare Beauty. This is a part of their Bounty blush line, which I love so much. And for lips, look at this lip liner, you guys. It is my Muted Mauve from ABH, and it is so tiny. I do have a bigger one that I use sometimes too, but this is my smallest lip liner, and it's so cute and tiny. But I topped that off with the shade Pink Champagne from Buxom. So this is their full-on plumping lip cream. And I got this one at the Destin Creators and Friends trip, and I like it. It does give that tingling effect, but it doesn't burn. I don't like the burn, you know. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, the highlight today is actually from the Glam Light Breaking Dawn collection. And this is like really beautiful, like very icy. So you have to really be into that wet look. And I felt like it just really is going to go well with that shimmer shade. Like I said, we're building this whole look on that one shade today. So she just, well, this morning she showed the palette and everyone's like posting their stuff. My video is running late, of course, but I did want to be able to create this third look. So it'll be worth it, hopefully, but I'm excited for you guys to see the looks because I did edit the first two this morning and I love them so much. I've had so much fun with this. So let's start out with this shade. And I think I'm going to do a halo, like I said. So we're going to start out with an E06. And I'm going to start it here in the inner part. And I like to take mine kind of at an angle because I like that like cat eye shape on me. And when I do halo eyes, I actually like to use a brush like this. This is the E04, and kind of draw this outer edge first. And I'm just using that same shade. That way it kind of gives me an idea for the shape that I'm going for. That way I know how to really angle the brush on this outer half. I'm going to go ahead and just take this all the way across while I'm at it. I saw Angelica's thumbnail for a video she posted today where she did like several palettes, several looks, and it looks like she did a halo eye but did it with the gold, and I'm excited to watch her video because I think I'm going to like it. Because I've been dying to use those colors together too. But yeah, I'm gonna just add some of this same color out here in the outer corner and just pack it on. So using the same brush, I'm just wiping it off on my Sigma switch. I want to go into this shade. I love the cool tone vibes of this one. And it's going to give us a little more depth. So actually, let's switch to the E25 from Sigma. It's a little more flat, so it will allow me to really like push that shade into the crease. Just like that. And then I'll use the E06 to do this outer corner. And just to work on like building all of this up. I think I'm going to switch back to this. Then I'm going to use a clean E25 and go back into that lighter shade. And kind of just go over the edges because I don't want to lose that. I love the way these like tones play together. I think they're really pretty. Now using an E11, which is that little tiny pencil brush, I want to go back into that same shade and just run this along the lower lash line. I kind of like to leave mine open for the most part. I might add like a brighter shimmer there or make my liner brighter in the center, but I like to not, did I say leave it open? I meant not leave it open. I just like the look of it more on me. Okay, so now we're going to turn it a little more purple by using some of this wine shade. And I think it's going to be so pretty. So I'm going to use the E25 and we're just going to dip into a little bit of that. Start small. And just start adding it in the very inner part. And then I'll use like what's left on the brush at the end to blend. More than anything, I just want to get the color down. Let's go ahead and do some on the lower lash line. I'm just going to use the E11 pencil brush. Try to keep it tight. So I don't really care about like the center because I am going to cover most of that up, but I do like the way this looks so far. I love the angle as well. That's my favorite type of shape to do. So we're going to go in with some glitter glue. This one is the same one I've been using, the one from Gourmande Girls. And I'm just going to follow along that gap. So I was just going to use the silver, but I think I want to do this one too. So we're going to do Mexican Mocha. This shade is freaking gorgeous. Really, really pretty. I don't know if this brush will pick it up though. It's too flat, but I do want something that is going to be more on the precise side, which is why I grabbed it. I do feel like that's working, but is it working the way I want it to? Let's switch to the Singe Beauty E01. See, that one just works better. That shade is so freaking stunning. My goodness. And honestly, like, this gold in the center would be so pretty, but so would this shade. Like, really pretty. But, you know, I gotta do the one. I'm gonna use this little pencil brush. We're just gonna blur these edges here. Now, for my, what I think is gonna be my favorite part, we're gonna go into this one, Marble Mocha. And honey, she is so pretty. And look at the way that picks up. We are definitely spraying that. And she does not disappoint. Definitely needs some blending, but my goodness. Yes. Tell me why I got Celine Dion going through my head right now. It's all coming back to me now. That song. This palette is giving me a great inner monologue, you know. Let's do some blending here though. I think I want to mix these two and just kind of do like a flicking motion. Nothing should ever be allowed to be this freaking good. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Now I'm like trying to debate, like, do I want to add something to the lower lash line? I'm trying to visualize. Let's just try. Oh. This brush is like too floofy, I feel like, to get underneath my lashes. And it made it like flick it off the brush. Let me try an E11 because I want like a line. That's better, but I should have left it alone. But I'm going to go finish this off camera, and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look with a new lip. I got to figure out what I want to do there, but I'll be right back. I spent entirely way too long trying to find a lip product that I was feeling with this eye look, and I finally found one. It's the shade Ash from Unearthly Cosmetics. It is a part of their 5-piece sorcery set, but I feel like these are like a match made in heaven. But I love the way this look came together so much, and I used 3 liners because I always do way too much. I lined the waterline with the white from ColourPop, then I did the corners with the black, throwing things from Glisten, and then in the center I did the shade Vice from Urban Decay, and it's just like a purple, so it just kind of gives like a little pop of purple in the center. I did the silver first, and then I was like, you know, I ain't feeling it, so I did change it. So for mascara, I used the Bad Gal Bounce and did the flare lashes. Again, honestly, these lashes have went with every single one of these looks. They're one of my favorite styles from Bright Lashes. I think they're so freaking beautiful. Well, you guys, I had so much fun in this video. I've said it a million times, like, this is one of the best neutral palettes I have ever seen, if not the best. My favorite neutral palette for a very long time has been the Chocolate Martini from Glamlight, but this is definitely my new favorite. I think it's so beautiful. It is like the perfect neutral with a twist, and I just think they did such a great job on this color story. It's truly just one of a kind, so exciting. The formula in here is fantastic, the same great formula I know and love. I will say these shimmers are top tier. Like, I feel like they're even better than what they usually are, and I always love their shimmers like a lot, so that's high praise coming from, like, for them. So I could not recommend it more, honestly. I just had such a fantastic time. I felt so inspired by this color story. I still feel inspired by this color story. I've not only thought of looks, but video ideas and everything are coming to me just from playing with this. Truly just 10 out of 10. I could see this being one of my top palettes of the year, and I don't even really like neutrals, so I mean, I don't dislike them. I prefer vivids, you know, but there's just something about this that is just so special and so fun, and I think it's so obvious throughout this whole video that I just truly had such a blast with it. I don't know which look was my favorite because I really love all 3 of them, but I would love to know which look was your favorite down below. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. Like I said, there's like so many other looks I feel like you could create with a palette like this. I am dying to do a look with just the neutrals with this one, like maybe this shade and this shade, and then one of these like golds throughout the crease could be pretty. Even maybe some of this like tapped in the center of the lid to give it a little bit of a pop of color. That could be really fun. I really want to use these 2 colors together as well with this silver on the lid. It's like a silvery purple, but I feel like if you put it with the green, it's probably really going to bring that purple through a lot more. There's just so many possibilities, and I think I mentioned in this video how much I would love these colors together, and if you want to see a pairing like that, I do recommend checking out Angelica's video. She did a good job, at least from what I could tell in her thumbnail. The look was beautiful, so I'm gonna have to check that out myself, but I just think this is truly phenomenal, and I cannot wait to play with it some more. But as I said, I would love to hear your thoughts on the looks on this launch. Do you guys plan on picking it up? If not, do you plan on trying to build it yourself throughout your collection? I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way till the end. It really does mean so much to me. And until next time, bye.